You are now listening to the Friends of Rugby podcast. Relax your anus. Balls. Thick thighs. Camille Shat. Where's his neck? Eddie Jones. You're fucked, mate.
One in another episode.
We're nice now.
Another episode of Rugby. Hello, friends.
Hello.
You're listening to the Friends of Rocky. Rocky.
Is that deliberate?
I literally looked at your dog and said Friends of Rocky.
We're his friends.
Friends of Rocky.
He knows fuck all about rugby, though.
The Friends of Rugby podcast.
Yeah.
The #1 podcast in the world.
In southeast Edmonton,
Yeah.
at the bare minimum.
Or
We got a high ceiling.
maybe some district in Detroit.
Yeah. I think it's either a VPN or really popular in Michigan.
Yeah, there's someone in Virginia that has
Yeah.
downloaded
Yeah.
comes from Virginia.
So we're
Every
the
single
#1 podcast
In Virginia.
in West or Normal Virginia.
Yeah. How you doing, Frank?
Country roads. I'm good. I went to Lashburn, Saskatchewan this weekend.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You went to the Sevens tournament.
Yeah, and at 9 a.m., we watched the Women's World Cup final on a big TV in this really kind of cute outdoor barn that they decorated for their rugby club. It was cool, actually.
Oh, really?
They had like a barn and a barbecue and a bar. Everyone was sat there in their pajamas watching the rugby as the sun was coming up over these cornfields.
Were you sitting on like a bale of hay?
It was a wooden bench, but there was a bale of hay near us that someone was sat on. I'm not exaggerating. In Lashburn, Saskatchewan.
And then you
Yeah.
got your heart broken.
Then I fucking got my heart broken. Yeah. How did you watch it? Where did you watch it?
Watched it at the clubhouse.
Yeah, you did.
Went to the clubhouse. They had
Yeah.
the screen. They had the audio was all messed up.
Yeah.
I don't know what they didn't. I figured what happened was they got there like 15 minutes before the game to set everything up.
As
and
usual.
then they didn't have time to do any kind of technical checks.
Yeah. Sounds
So
about right.
they had to like basically, they had this big drop down screen projector going and the sound coming out of a fucking cell phone.
Oh.
It
Oh.
was so pirates.
Yeah. There was a real.
There was a lot of people there.
It felt, well, yeah.
There
it
must
broke-
have been
yeah.
like 50 or 60 people
There
inside
was
there.
82,000.
No, I'm talking about inside the clubhouse.
Oh, I see.
There wasn't
Okay.
82,000 people inside the clubhouse.
Okay. Very different situation.
Mhm.
But that's good for our clubhouse.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Mm.
I thought it'd be like 10.
No, it's packed. It's because they had the minis rugby going on.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
still good.
Yeah.
Still good. But yeah, was it like the sound sucks because that was that felt like a Six Nations. That felt like a big fucking game. Like, regardless of the result, it felt like a
The
big
tension.
fucking game.
Yeah, the tension.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah. I'm not trying to sound patronizing. That's the first women's game I've watched where the atmosphere was comparable to a men's cup final kind of game. You know what I mean?
It was good, too, because there was a lot of young kids there,
Yeah.
and they were really into this
They
game.
were. Yeah.
So they were all, like, everyone was glued to this game.
Yeah.
And then it started the game kind of kept going on, and then
It took a different path.
it
didn't
just broke everyone's hearts.
It did.
I was-
If you're a Canadian or anyone who's not English, to be honest.
I remember we made a joke. It's like when we said last week, we're like, oh, when we, maybe England's way better than we're anticipating.
There was a little piece of me that knew that was true.
Yeah. Yes. They weren't that much better,
No.
but they were just enough better.
Yeah.
And they were just like when you're watching the final, the Women's World Cup final,
Yeah.
it was just like every England player was just a notch better than
Yeah.
their opposition.
They were. And it wasn't massive. And you think the occasion gives them a little bit, the home crowd gives them a little bit. It wasn't that woman for woman, they outclassed Canada. Not at all. Like, I even thought, had Canada taken their chances a bit better in the first 20 minutes, because they had the lion's share of possession.
Yeah.
The first 20 minutes, Canada were really up for it. They just didn't convert. And I thought if Canada had got another try and maybe a 3-pointer or another try, that game is different. Because going into the end of the first half, start of the second half, there was still enough energy in the Canadians to really do something, you know?
It was
It was sad.
getting worrying because It was 21-8 at halftime.
Yeah.
And, England came out, Canada came out hot off the gates.
Yeah, they did.
That Asia Hogan Rochester, or whatever her name is, she scores that try because they came in real hot. I'm like, this is the game.
Yeah.
And I literally, right after she scored that, I was like, this is going to be the whole game. I bet you anything, like, Canada's just going to keep roaring forward.
Yeah.
Like, nothing. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I was right. They're going to, fucking.
They could do it.
Yeah, and then that kill done.
Oh, she's a fucking cheat code.
Oh,
She's a fucking cheat code. And I mean that with the utmost respect. Like, I mean that as a compliment. Like, I don't mean in any other way except a positive. Like, she's fucking amazing.
Yeah, and when she scored that try, I was like, okay, that was kind of a soft try.
Yeah.
And then you just saw the red flag slowly as that game kept going on.
Yeah.
Red flag. And it was really, what really won the game for England was the forwards.
Yeah, it was.
You can tell the strength, the strength.
Yeah.
There was just a notch in strength. They were just so much stronger.
Yeah. Those two, I don't remember their names, but the two English props were outstanding. Obviously scrummaging, because they, having the edge on the scrum, that means you're going to win most games anyway. But their carries and their protection, their own breakdown, because they knew Canada are very good at the breakdown. They knew Canada rely on quick ball at the breakdown. They were a pain in the fucking ass, all breakdown. And they didn't let anyone touch their own ball.
Just the whole game, like every time the forwards had the ball, they were gaining yards.
Yeah, they didn't go back, did
they? They were making meters off of every time they touched the ball.
Yeah.
And Canada they were doing too much. They were soaking up too much offense.
It's almost like they were waiting for their moment. And I thought, to be honest, ladies, your moment was the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You had to put down a bigger score.
Yeah.
And they fought hard, right? And like you said, it was just a few mistakes. England did a really good job of containing Sophie de Goody as well. They just had a number all game. They just put an extra person on it and it worked.
Yeah, their rush defense that they had in Canada, like they matched them pace for pace.
Yeah, they did.
Which I thought if they did that, I still thought Canada would break free a bunch, but they were just so clinical and everything.
They were, they just made less mistakes, didn't they, as well?
Man, it
was heartbreaking, wasn't it?
It was just, you could visibly see the strength difference in the forward packs.
Yeah.
Like the Canadian forwards just did not have, like they just didn't have it in the gas tank for this.
No.
They couldn't get any sort of physical dominance. They couldn't even match it physically.
No. But like you said, it wasn't overwhelming.
No.
They were 5-10% below England.
Well, England scored the least amount of points in this game than any other game in the World Cup. Only by 2 points.
That says
it was like 2 or 3 points.
And that's kind of a compliment to Canada, though, isn't it? Because they're staying in a game. I don't know. You know what? The other thing I want to talk about in this game is it was for World Rugby. England sort of needed to win.
Yes,
we talked about this already. But the optics of the David and Goliath story are not fun when one team is putting all this money and resources into a very good team and it fails. And meanwhile, Canada are crowdfunded by local musicians, Someone at the clubhouse mentioned something about the price difference per player. Yeah, I heard that statistic as well.
It was like $150 per English player, and it was like $4 per Canadian player.
Yeah, and I don't know.
I couldn't add up the math.
I was like what? They pay them $4? Like, what the fuck are you on about?
I was trying to figure out like what they had to spend per, but it was something like it was a number taking from a number.
Yeah.
So that's what it was.
It was a pot of money they used to invest in their national side.
Yeah.
And player for player, this is the disparity, right?
Yeah. And I think it wasn't the actual pricing. It was like, this is comparable to like $100 versus $4.
Yeah. Like when you put it into a percentage or something.
So each England player the resources behind them was like fucking.
It's like 100 times more per player, essentially.
It was more than that.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised.
It's
either.
like 1,000 times more.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised.
And you could tell the difference too, like the money, like because these guys have like a team of scientists working on their the
performance, the analysis, and all that.
Yeah, they had analysts, and they had like even just for their like when they're working out in the gym and their fitness and stuff, like they have like a team of people using top of the line research and science to make sure they're like the top of the line athletes walking out there.
We wanted it to be like Rocky IV, where Dolph Lundgren's got a team of Soviet scientists injecting him with things and measuring his heart rate, and Rocky's training in a fucking shed in the Arctic.
Yeah.
Turns out it was more like the start of the film where he beats that guy to death. You know, like it wasn't that bad, but you know, it wasn't.
Yeah,
it wasn't the David and Goliath shit we wanted, was it? Like,
it was. I just don't. And the other sad thing about this game too is, like a lot of people are like, oh, they'll be back. They'll be back next year, 2029.
Yeah.
And I'm like, guys, that was it.
This is it. That was it. And I don't want to be overly negative, but you don't replicate golden generation. Take it from a Welshman.
Yeah.
You don't replicate a golden generation, right?
Also, look at the world of women's rugby around the world compared to Canada.
Yeah.
They're getting left behind.
And England are going to get better. Never mind everyone else. England are going to get better.
It's not even England that I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Wales.
Yeah.
Ireland.
Yeah. Scotland.
France,
obviously.
Yeah.
New Zealand.
Australia.
Yeah.
These guys are all.
Yeah. They put money into it.
Yeah. They're all slowly and but they're all getting where England is.
Whether, they don't have to try that hard to get better. The money's there now, right? And like even if it's not a lot, it's more than Canada have got. So yeah, like as soon as these ladies start retiring, who are you replacing them with? Because as you said before, a lot of these Canadian women play in the English Prem, but all of a sudden Welsh ladies, Scottish ladies, Irish ladies, they're getting those contracts over Canadians. Right?
Also, the outlook for Rugby Canada, when they came out with that 10-year plan and they said their goal for the women is to remain in the top 5.
Yeah.
It wasn't even our goal is to win the World Cup.
Yeah.
No, it's like we just want to be in the mix.
We just want to fucking stay in the party.
Like we want to hang out. I guarantee you in the next 2 or 3 years, you're going to see Canada struggle with like Wales. You might see Canada struggle with South Africa.
Yeah. Oh, you will more before Wales.
Yes.
Yeah, because they're better.
Yeah, because
that's the truth.
Because like 2 years ago or a year ago, South Africa was awful.
Yeah.
Really bad for being a rugby country and the women there, and you could tell the lack of focus on the women's game. Building up to the World Cup, they were putting more and more focus in the difference in the team.
It just shows you don't need to do a lot in a country like South Africa to make. All you got to do is just sprinkle a little bit of cash on it, and those women will get a lot better. Just fucking pay them, and they'll do well.
If they can focus full. Now these women, like the Canadian girls, and right now, what's lucky is these Canadian girls are really established in the Prem. A lot of them have spots for probably the rest of their careers. Yeah, in the Prem because of how good they are. Yeah. And another thing that's looking good for Canada also is that a lot of the team is young still. Yeah, that's true. So there's a lot of young players. I looked at the team. The profile was they were all in their. They were either most of them were in their early 20s to mid 20s. Yeah. And then there was the sprinkle like Book of Boom. Like there was a couple that were in their mid 30s and stuff. Yeah. But there's some. A lot of those girls will be back for 2029. And
that's the thing. What the point you're trying to make, I think, is, Canada will be back and they'll be good, but everyone else is going to be better. It's not that Canada are going to get worse. It's that everyone else is going to improve, right?
So those girls too, there's a lot of young girls on there that there's room for improvement, but the pieces that they do need to make them, to step them up to an England level. Yeah. I don't know where they're going to come from.
That's a lot of fucking jigsaw pieces.
Yeah,
to be honest,
there's going to. I don't know where they're going to come from. And
more than one coach would be a start.
Yeah, I think Canada needs to, it's really the success of the women's team going forward is really up to Rugby Canada.
It is, because I've mentioned the inaugural season of the American women's rugby league. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, even the American women, like the American women.
Well, they have a pro league now, right?
Yeah,
they've got 4 teams. All Canada need to do is take this shit seriously. Do like with Toronto Arrows, find an investor, have a team based in somewhere like Vancouver or Toronto, and you've got your professional team playing at reasonably high level. Yeah, you can still outsource your best players to England and France. Yes, but you've still got a pro development league, and that feeds the team. That means you're keeping pace with everyone else. But that won't fucking happen. I'd put money on it.
No, I think their cheapest option for them would be to basically like for Rugby Canada to do. I think the best scenario for them is to recognize talent. Yeah. is they should have a scouting team.
Yeah.
That's going around Canada, looking at these girls, finding the young talent, and then getting them into pathways to go play professionally. Yeah. In a professional setup. Yeah. Like take these girls, get them into camps yearly, get them together, and then start working on getting them into pathways to play high level rugby somewhere where high level rugby is played. Is regularly as part of the system.
And they kind of do that because talking to the lady we know who played for Canada from Edmonton, she'd said that they wouldn't look at her for Canada, despite being an incredible athlete. They wouldn't look at her until she'd played overseas professionally. Yeah. It doesn't matter how good you are. They need to know that's on your resume.
But right now, like what Rugby Canada, like from what I've gathered from Rugby Canada is they don't find these girls.
No, they don't.
These girls come to them. Yeah. So these are girls also that like they have to have the resources to get recognized. And Rugby Canada's got to take that out of their own pocket. They have to go to these girls and find these girls.
And the men still get significantly more money. Right now they do. And that was announced.
Way
so
more
all you got to do, pay a single person's wages to travel around the country. Because how it works now is basically a university coach or a club coach will say, you're really fucking good. I'm going to talk to my friend. And it is like that. It's not an official channel. They'll call up their friend in Rugby Canada and say, I'm inviting this person to your next, informal training thing. And that just leaves such an unknown space, right? There could be 10,000 women out there who are fucking rock stars and are playing rugby right now, but just no one's ever heard of them,
Because as these...
their coach doesn't like them.
Yeah. And also the spots overseas for these women is going to become smaller and smaller and smaller. Yeah. Because as the leagues around the world get more and more established, you're going to start having girls that are growing up wanting to be a professional rugby player.
And they
that'll
be
their goal growing up.
Yeah. This Rugby World Cup has probably done that.
Like right now, they're at a stage where girls are getting into it at university or they start playing in high school, and then they're like, oh, I'll keep going forward with this. It wasn't their ambition. Yeah. But there's going to be girls where it's like playing rugby professionally is my dream, it's my goal, and that's what I'm going to do.
And it's achievable.
Yeah, and those spots on those teams overseas are going to become way more competitive overseas. Like they're going to be, you're not going to be able to like, hey, this girl's pretty good, you should have her on the team. Like, no, we're only taking the best of the best here. Yeah, like people, it'll get to a point where people are actually fighting over players. Yeah, right. Yeah, not trying to scrounge and find like a diamond in the rough. They're going to be like fighting over players, trying to make big signings.
You don't have to look that far. You look at the Canadian men, and I remember Jeff Hassler, Tyler Ardron, Evan Olmsted. Two of those guys played for the Ospreys, so I knew them well when they were in what was then the Pro 12. And DTH Van der Merwe, I mean, he's an exception because he was fucking unreal. Yeah. But, 4 Canadians right there. Name one Canadian now in the URC.
I can't.
Right? Maybe there's one. Maybe, but I don't know.
Think there is any.
No, I know of one who plays in Montpellier, who is from Edmonton. Yeah, and then, but guess what? Got capped by France this year. So, it's the same thing is happening right now. The same thing is happening to the women right now. Now, there's a sprinkling of very good women's players in the English Prem, and in 10 years' time, there just won't be.
No, because it'll be just too competitive.
It'll be too competitive.
With English girls.
Yeah.
With Scottish girls. Yeah. Welsh girls. Yeah. Irish girls. Yeah. French girls. Yeah. Italian girls. Yeah. Like there's
like Mambo number 5 over here.
Yeah. Yes, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. But we sound sad. I mean, the cherry on the cake is that was still a really fucking cool run. I'll remember that. It was a good game. They didn't embarrass themselves. They put up a hell of a fight, and it did put rugby on the map in Canada and in England for a lot of women. I
think that why we're being so dire is because we have such a good thing going. We have such a good team. We have like it's just really good right now. Like Canada is number 2 in the world right now. They're the second best rugby team in the world. Yeah, and we just don't want that to go away.
No, we don't.
Right, and it doesn't look, the outlook doesn't look good, and we're just like, oh man, we're so like this is such a good thing. We want to keep it going.
It gives me Ireland and France in the last World Cup vibes because both of those teams were I felt at their peak, and I thought this is the year where we tell the Southern Hemisphere to fuck off. And they fucking just inches short.
They couldn't even
fucking do it.
They couldn't fucking
quite do it.
No.
Same here. It felt like that was
sorry.
the fucking chance. That was it.
Not today.
Not today.
So that's the gist of that.
Yes, but
good on the women.
Good run.
Good on the England women.
Yeah. Yeah, they're very. They're a lot easier to fucking. Like I've said before, they're a lot easier to cheer for than the men.
Yeah, they are. It's not. There's no bitterness in losing to the English girls. It's not like fuck you guys.
No.
It's not like Leinster pounding the Dragons or
these like rich private school boys who come to town and be like, oh fuck you, we're just gonna stamp on your throat. Like, no, that was a good game of rugby.
Yeah,
lots of respect. You know, everyone worked hard. Not that the English or Leinster private school don't work hard, but it's a different story, isn't it?
Yes.
And do you know a funny story?
What?
We'll finish with. So Ellie Kildunn's brother, he goes to the games and he always dresses up as someone like a famous person from the opposition team. So when England played France, he dressed up as Napoleon. I don't know what he dressed up for the Canada-England final, but I badly want to know. Because he's always in the stands dressed as like, maybe he's a Mountie.
He's probably a Mountie.
A lumberjack. If Ruby's listening, can you tell me? Like,
because someone will.
If Levi's listening.
Yeah, someone will know that.
Yeah, I would like to know.
All right, so you want to want to talk about the rugby championship happening on the weekend? You want to dive into that?
Not at all. No, because fun rugby's back. But yeah, I'm joking. You want to talk about the rugby championship?
Yeah,
next?
let's go over the rugby champ. We got a lot to talk about, so we won't deep dive into every single fucking thing.
I'll try my best.
Let's talk about the All Blacks and Australia.
Yeah, we don't often do this, but we pretty much called this game shot for shot.
They did exactly what we told them not to do, and they did it. Like, don't do this, and they did. They let New Zealand into this game.
Yeah. It was like a Super Rugby game from like 2012, wasn't it? It was just no one's going to bother defending, but New Zealand are clearly better right now. Yeah. So it was just very classic Southern Hemisphere open rugby, but Australia just couldn't stay in the fight, could they?
Yeah, mistakes piled up. Yeah. You just kind of like in the second half, it was like at the end of the first half, it was 2017. So they had to.
But you and I knew it was like you could tell from watching it that game was over.
We've seen this All Blacks game over and over and over again.
I've seen that a million times.
Yeah, a big talking point. Basically, Kiwis are pissed this game.
Of course they are.
Yeah, they are not happy.
I feel like they're just getting their knives out for Scott Robertson though.
There's a lot of talk. There's a lot of talk about this. There's a lot of frustration. Yeah. Like I saw this, I follow a lot of YouTubers. There's a guy on YouTube. He's a Kiwi. Yeah. He lives in Mexico.
Okay.
And he does this. He does these videos where he walks around in some park in Mexico, and then he talks about the games. He's like this old boomer dude.
Is he angry?
No, he's not. He's not usually angry, and I watch him because he's usually pretty objective in his.
Gonna give him a little shout out.
I can't remember his YouTube channel name.
That's a shame.
I watch his after the All Blacks. He usually has a pretty decent take on games. Yeah. But he came up with a video after this game, and he was pissed. It was the first time I saw him pissed.
Yeah. Because it was a 9-point win, 33-24, right? That isn't outrageous. But if I was a Kiwi, I think I get where they're coming from. I'm not sympathetic because they're always fucking like this, but I get it because the players they have, the expectation they have, the standards they have, what should have been a more convincing win wasn't. And because I'm not a Kiwi, I do put that down to how good Australia are. I've seen them go toe-to-toe with South Africa, the Lions, Argentina, and New Zealand, and play respectably, play and win many of those games. So they're not a bad team.
No, they're not.
Despite their many fucking injuries. So I do think the Kiwis need to respect Australia a bit more. But do you know what they're calling Scott Robertson now? No. Disposable razor blade. The disposable razor. They don't like him. That. No, it's a good one.
Yeah, I know they're getting on his case about his selections.
Yeah.
The big criticism is there's a lot of players in New Zealand that people are questioning why they're not on the team.
Yeah.
That he's being too conservative
in
his selections.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, fuck, what do you... there's no winning.
There isn't. No.
Unless he's
his only winning is winning.
And no, it's not. Because they're winning.
You know what? You're right. I gaslit myself. I forgot they fucking won.
Yeah, they fucking won the game.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous.
They lost the game.
You convinced me then.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, these fuckers lost again. Like, no, they didn't.
Yeah, they did it. They did it. They fucking won.
Yeah.
And they're bitching because they didn't destroy them.
Yeah.
They're looking for complete dominance.
Yeah. Which I think is a bit arrogant, actually.
It is. Those days, like New Zealand, those days are done.
Yeah.
Those days are never coming back.
Take your disposable razor and fuck off. You're doing just fine.
The world is catching up. The world's caught up.
Yeah.
Like you're still gonna be the best team in the world.
That's the thing. Even in a caught up world, they're still fucking good.
Yeah.
still like, really fucking good.
Fucking it's just like the crazy thing is about it is like but when you listen to them talk, like the pundits or anyone on there, except for 2 Cents Rugby, they're gonna be players murdered on the field, and 2 Cents would come on to YouTube and be like, well, we watched the game and it was a game, so let's get into it. Like,
here's my little whiteboard.
But when you listen to them, it sounds like they lost.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh shit, wait, they won. They won this game.
Something about that Sky News team and people like John Kerwin, they are just so fucking miserable, aren't they? They're hard to listen to.
Everyone has grown up watching,
a very dominant New Zealand. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. They're
not used to this.
They're in the however many stages it is of grief, aren't they? And they're in the rage stage.
Yeah, they're always getting firsts. So every other year there's a first of something they never had to deal with.
Yeah.
You know, Ireland beat them. Ireland beat them at home. Argentina beat them at home like twice now or 3 times. I can't remember, but like it's just they keep getting all these like really bad firsts.
Yeah. But do you know what? They're clinging on to that Eden Park fortress like it is their firstborn son.
Yeah.
And they're under castle. Like, you must take my son.
I guarantee you, it'll be the last thing to fall.
That's what I'm saying.
They will go out. They will go out in the pool stages before they fucking lose at Eden Park.
Did I ever tell you there was one of the very first international rugby games ever between England and Scotland? Scotland won, and then England in the newspaper changed the result because they were like, fuck that. That didn't happen. I could see that. If they lost at Eden Park, Sky News would be like, no, we won. Yeah, Definitely won that. It's like, what the fuck? No.
Like an AI.
Yeah, there's an AI edit of the fucking footage. Like,
just like, okay.
All right, I guess they won. That looks fine, I guess.
I swear I thought the Wallabies won.
Why has Scott Robertson got 6 fingers on one hand?
He's got like 100 teeth.
Why is there an eyeball coming out of his nose?
Yeah. They fucking, like, because it's another big talking point in this game is the reffing.
Yeah.
The reffing got a lot of fucking criticism.
That I agree.
Because the All Blacks, again, they got away with a lot of shit.
I don't mind that they play close to the line, but it is wild to me that they do seem to get away with it a lot more than other teams.
This is because they're a great...
I think it's the speed they play at.
They're a great team.
Yeah.
Like, a great team doesn't just play against their opposition.
Yeah.
They play the ref.
Yeah. Yeah.
They play the ref.
Yeah.
I was like, people are complaining about the refs being too involved in the game or not enough and consistency.
Yeah.
The ref is a variable in that game.
Yeah.
Every time you play a rugby game, the ref is going to add a different flavor to it depending on the ref.
Yeah.
So you have to adapt that. And what the All Blacks have done consistently throughout like all time is they know they're playing. They play against 2 teams. Play against the opposition. They're playing against the ref.
Yeah.
And their rugby IQ is so high. They're amazing at it.
I agree. And I know you're not saying that to be nice to him either, because I know you'd rag on him if you wanted to.
I would. Yeah, 100%. But you have to, you know, you have to recognize it.
No, it's true. It's a bit like, like a narcissist who manipulates people to get them to do what they want. It's a bit like that, right? Or it's a bit like, a kid is about, they'll do something naughty and you look at them and they'll do something naughty again. Just see what they can get away with. And when they find the line, they go, that's it. That's what I can get away with.
Yeah.
And they'll change through a game. But you are right. They're the best at going, actually, guys, he's spotted us doing that. Like, fucking, let's try cheating elsewhere,
yes,
right?
and it's also their decision-making to when to cheat or when to play dirty.
Yeah.
They know, like, you know what, it's way worth it to take a penalty here,
just stick
or
your hand
try,
on that ruck, just give it a go.
Because that something can come out of this, and then it does, and they benefit from it.
And I really respect Maritoje, so I don't want this to come across as rude, but he, for a while, was so fucking good at that. He knew exactly when to give away deliberate give away a penalty.
Yeah.
Collapse this maul.
Yep.
Because they're about to score a try and it's 79 minutes.
I'd rather just
Let's force them to take the 3.
Yep.
I'll take the yellow card, whatever.
Because they're going to score this try, or I can collapse it, and then the ref might fuck up.
Yeah, they'll take away the momentum. They'll get 3 points, and we're 10 points ahead. Not a big deal. They get a try. It's a different game, and they've got momentum. He was so good at knowing when to do that, and then he just stopped being good at it. He just did it too much.
And if you watch any All Blacks game, watch when there's a rolling maul against them. If that team's gonna go through, they'll collapse.
Oh,
it.
every time
they will fucking collapse it every fucking time. They'll fall down in the bottom of the ruck.
Yeah,
they'll all be lying there.
Yeah,
and there's been a lot of times where the ref kind of just like call because like all of a sudden the opposition knocks the ball on or something happens.
Yeah,
and the All Blacks got away with it.
Yeah.
But they knew it was going to be a try. There's nothing to lose at that point.
Yeah. But it's a win-win. Like, collapsing a maul is more often than not a good idea because not only do you not now know as the attacking team if your maul strength is good enough, like, how do we know we're out-muscling them? Because if I out-muscle a team in the scrum, in the maul, I feel dominant. I feel confident. If you take that away from me and you go, I'm just not going to let you try, then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I feel toothless.
And,
right? And you're right, sometimes the ref just doesn't even fucking notice it. And he's like, just play the fucking ball, you whiners.
Yeah, when you get to the point where it's like, they're going to score regardless. So I'm just going to like fucking...
Yeah, I'll take 3 points instead of 7. Fuck it.
Yeah,
you know?
And then it's worked.
Yeah, yeah. And what's the very worst case scenario? Get a yellow card if I've been cheating my tits off for 10 minutes. The All Blacks don't mind a yellow card. I mean, don't get me wrong. They mind it, but way less than other teams do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If they're on the scrum on their own 5, they just collapse the scrum.
Yeah.
They'll rather have all their players spread out across the field than make this scrum work and they have all their forwards tied up in a scrum and then all this open field for the opposition to pass the ball around.
And it's what we're saying is that's smart.
Yes.
That's really fucking smart. Yeah. I want to segue into the next game.
Yep. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm good to.
There's one reason why I'd be sympathetic with the All Blacks whinging about their victory, and that's because South Africa are fucking terrifying. The Kiwis know they have to quickly get a lot fucking better if they've got any hope of beating South Africa in a World Cup, because that is a scary fucking South African team.
It's also, when you talk about the Springboks, and when you talk about their aura and how they play, you don't bring up this. Yeah, they're good at cheating.
Yeah,
they're just really good at bending the rules.
Yeah,
they're really good at playing at the edge.
Yeah,
they're just fucking straight
just
up
fucking
dominant,
amazing, aren't they?
Yeah. They
might be cheating. I don't know.
There's
they're
a
just
reason
fucking
why.
Good. Like,
there's a reason why. Like, there's just a big reason why the Springboks are almost like, to me, when I'm like cheering for teams, they're just a more respectable team to me because they just fucking play rugby.
Yeah. They don't need to do anything
but
smash you. Do
they don't have to like try to get cheeky hands like in the rocks or anything like that, or
I'm sure they do, by the way.
Tie a guy's shoelaces. I don't see it.
Right, you
the
don't
refs
need to.
Don't
though.
see it.
No,
the fucking TMOs. I don't know what they're doing. If they're using magic,
he's got bigger fish to fry because Peter Steph Totoy's just like crippled someone with his shoulder, like legally. You know? Like,
I know they have some dirty arts in the scrum.
Oh yeah.
But what they do is at the beginning of the game, they play a very steady, nice scrum to get the ref to not even look at them.
Yeah.
Well, these guys are doing it the whole time.
He's like a health inspector who checks it off and they quick now fuck it up.
So he's got his guard down by in the second half because like they've been just doing a really nice, you know,
lovely straight scrum,
nothing wrong, and then they start turning it up, right?
Yeah.
But they already have the guard down the ref, and it just they're.
You don't need to talk about the ref when you're that fucking good, basically.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if you're beating teams that, like, they have an all-court game. Yeah. And Argentina are a good fucking rugby team.
They're
really good fucking rugby team, right? I like you said last week, I do think if Argentina went to the Northern Hemisphere, they would beat... I think they'd beat everyone except France right now.
Yeah.
I think
France might give them the hard time, but I would even put it... They would beat. I think they would beat any of the Six Nations teams.
I think so too.
I don't think it's 100%, but I would put money on that they would. I think
they'd be favorites in every one of those games. I think
almost any one of these rugby championship teams right now, the way they're playing, the way that like Joe Schmidt has the Aussies.
Yeah.
We'll see when they come up in.
We will
in November.
Yeah.
But
they're coming up battle hardened and they played against the best teams in the world. They come up and we're all fat and lazy after our summer holidays. Like, they're gonna fucking smoke us. Not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is Sasha Feinberg and Gomazulu is the best rugby player I've ever fucking seen.
Is he
Who
better
the
than?
fuck is Antoine Dupont?
Is he better than Sam Prendergast?
I
I'm just
don't
kidding.
even know who that guy is anymore.
Kidding.
That guy is. There's not enough room in my brain for that guy anymore after this, because it was Dupont and like 37 points he scored on his fucking own.
It was a statement.
It was. This
was
unreal.
the
unfucking real.
I think in my time watching rugby, this was the biggest statement like a player could make. He's like, this is my position
at the right time as well. Because he had that sort of peak, and then he got injured, and then he came back, and then there was a lot of chopping and changing in the 10 position in South Africa, and I don't think if that guy's fit, he's fucking starting 10 every time now. Like, no doubt for me.
They're just a fucking like it's just.
And you look at the other guys who can, like Willemse, Lebok, fucking Pollard, like, and these guys, can also play fullback, by the way, in some cases. Like, the depth and variety of positions these guys can play, like, South Africa's scared the living shit out of me right now.
And it's Sasha's skill set, too, his toolbox.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no fucking duct tape holding that thing together. There's no dodgy Sam Prendergast tackles on his fucking list. Like,
because they
can
had
do
like
everything.
Sasha and they had Manny Lebok playing at the same time.
Yeah.
And those guys in tandem were just fucking unreal.
Yeah, it was mad. It was mad.
Yeah, because I think Corpus Reinhardt, he went out. And then they brought in Manny Lebok for him. And I think I didn't watch the game. I only watched the highlights, but I think they had like Sasha at like scrum half.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, and it's just
put him at prop.
They were just, it's an unbelievable team, and I think the South Africans are only going to get better.
Yeah,
because what they have, like, what's the population of South Africa? Like 60, 80 million?
60 million something. Yeah.
Yeah, and they have like the most rugby players.
Yeah, yeah, by some fucking margin as well.
And you got to think about the mind blowing. The biggest thing about South Africa rugby and how I'm like confident they're just going to keep getting better. Is because in the last 10 years, they've opened up their player pool.
Yeah. They've never used their potential until now, right?
No. So they were only selecting like fucking rich white kids for like the longest time, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then like if you're black, you had to be something super special to even be looked at.
Yeah.
Right? But now they've like with Razzie in there, they got people scouring that whole fucking country looking for talent.
Yeah.
And like their player pool has increased. I don't even know how much percent.
But it's not just because that player pool existed, but they just know how to use it. They've gone Super Saiyan, right?
Yes.
They fucking tapped into their potential, which we all knew they had. But they had years of apartheid, they had years of shitty economy, and don't get me wrong, they got some fucking problems in that country. But in terms of rugby, they've sidestepped all the economic and political problems and gone, fuck it, this is how we because that unites their country. And guys like Ngoma, they play like they've got a point to prove. They play like someone beat them last week. And like, guys, relax. You're already way fucking better than you need to be. But they're still like, bit between their teeth wanting to tear people apart. Like, they're a scary fucking rugby team,
Because I know reading years ago, like there was the thing like 80% of the youth that played rugby in South Africa are black.
Yeah.
Right? And then when you looked at when it got to the club levels, the higher levels,
it was the inverse, right? It was like 8% white, right?
Yeah, they just like disappeared. All these kids disappeared.
Yeah.
Right? And then you looked at the box.
Yeah.
And like they're all gone. All these kids are gone. It's like, where happened to all these kids?
Yeah.
Right? So now that they're like actually looking into these kids, they're like, holy fuck, there's so much talent.
They got rid of the
here.
nepotism and they decided to invest in a lot more, poor schools.
Yeah.
And guess what? It fucking worked, And, a country which historically was way more invested in football took someone, you make Siya Kolisi your captain.
Yep.
And now black South Africans have an idol and a hero. Do you want to play football? It's like, no, that guy's cool. I'm going to play rugby.
Yeah.
Like, just all it takes sometimes, Now you've got 60 million people united in playing fucking rugby.
Their talent pool now is so massive.
Yeah.
And so, like, all their top athletes are going into rugby.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. They're just going to have... It's just going to be like, you're not going to worry about having a team, like, when it gets to club level, like, when it gets to the pro level...
Yeah.
The pro club level,
you're
not gonna have to worry about having all black. Springboks in your teams because there's just so many good players.
Yeah,
like it's just gonna make
at Scotland.
It's just gonna make jobs like Razzie's job so much harder.
Yeah,
because now you have players that are just all so good.
Yeah,
so comparable.
Yeah,
who do you pick?
Yeah,
right.
And we saw that, right? Like I always use Quagga Smith as an example because he is one of my favorite rugby players. He's just so versatile. But then you have the combination of Gomezulu, Willemse, Manny Lebok, Andre Pollard. Like, that's a head scratcher. But I know after that performance, Feinberg and Gomezulu's my 10.
It's like,
right?
yeah, with there's 60 million people, that's like fucking 10 New Zealand's worth of rugby players.
Yeah, it's more than that.
Yeah.
It's a lot more than that. You know, they're about 4 or 5 million, aren't they? So it's
So it's like, like 12,
20.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's just...
If we could do math, it's a fucking lot.
Yeah, it's a lot, right? So it's like, it's just, like, you can't, no one can compete that. New Zealand can't even compete with this.
No.
Right? It's just...
It's like 30 Waleses.
Mind fucking boggling how... I can see it now. Like every World Cup from now on is just going to be, it's going to be either South Africa winning it.
How close can we get to beating South Africa? Not actually beating them.
I think
you got within 40 points. Well done.
Just the way it's going. Like the only thing we can hope for South Africa is that if their country just completely fucking collapses.
Yeah.
Like if they even, imagine if that country got their whole shit together.
Yeah.
They would be fucking.
I know. I'm not a racist, but I wouldn't mind if they went back to apartheid just so I'm not so fucking scared of them in their rugby team. I've got to get online. I've got to get me a Russian bot farm.
The box.
Got to start saying horribly racist things so they're not so fucking good at rugby.
This is when we go viral.
Yeah.
Finally. You know, it'll be good. It'll be good. We'll use it. We might not get the audience we want, but we'll
get the attention
we'll get the attention that we
always deserved. Yeah. By being racist.
Yeah. I'm like, I can see it every year. It's going to be, how do we beat the Box?
Yeah, we didn't really talk about the game that much because, like,
it wasn't. They destroyed the.
They did fucking They fucking wiped them. I mean, Argentina didn't play that badly actually. They did their usual thing of giving away too many fucking penalties, but they weren't awful. They just got absolutely fucking outmuscled.
This is like the second week in a row, like the second round in a row that the Springboks did this. They did this to fucking New Zealand.
Yeah,
the week before
they did. There was a real power game, wasn't it?
Yeah. So,
and I just like the crazy thing is New Zealand, like you said, still probably win the rugby championship on points difference. I think, right?
I don't know now. Like if the Boks win the next game, let's see the table here. I got the table right here.
Assuming New Zealand beat Australia again, which I think they will.
Okay, so they have 2 bonus points.
Yeah.
New Zealand has 2 bonus points with 14 total points.
Yeah.
South Africa has 15 total points with 3 bonus points.
Oh, okay.
So
they're in pole position basically.
They're not in the best position, but they're in. If they run amok on, like if New Zealand gets a bonus point, basically South Africa has to lose.
Yeah.
If South Africa loses and New Zealand wins, they'll win it. But like,
well, I can handle that because that means they've genuinely won it with more wins instead of going down to the points difference thing, Because I want South Africa to win because of their pure fucking aura. Right? I don't give a flying fuck about
like that points, rugby. That rugby they're playing.
Yeah. Oh, it's sexy.
The Tony ball.
Yeah.
Oh man, Kiwis must be so fucking mad about that. Like New Zealand's like, fuck Tony, what are you doing?
Come back.
Because you can see it. These players are playing.
Oh yeah. They're so, like I said, like they don't need to be that motivated.
Because just a year ago, you talked about South Africa are a good team.
Yeah.
They're a physically dominant team.
Yeah.
But they struggle to score tries and they struggle to move the ball around.
They did. And they fixed it.
And they fixed it
in with the space of 6 months, really.
Yeah. Now they're passing it around like the fucking Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah.
And they have that power pack. It's like, holy shit.
For fuck's sake.
And like everyone in their back line's like a smooth operator.
They're not even aging out. They're bringing in new good guys.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing too. Razzie's just fucking like finding talent.
Yeah, he is. So it does for me answer that question of is Ninaba as important as Rassie is?
Well, he's being questioned a lot.
Exactly. Well, yeah.
And that moves us into our next.
I wasn't even going to segue, but that was a nice segue.
Yeah, that was a nice segue.
Speaking of Ninaba, fucking Leinster.
Fucking.
What about your B team now, Leinster? Where's your B team excuse now? You're getting nilled.
So URC. Yeah. Some things happened in the URC.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some shit happened.
Yeah.
Leinster, they got fucking nilled.
They got nilled for the first time
since 2008.
17 years. Yeah.
Munster did it.
Yeah.
They must have been fucking rocking with that. But that was the years, I think.
That was back in the day with that. Yeah, that was different times. Yeah. Very different times.
That was the years where, I think
Munster were probably better than them.
Ronan O'Gara was trying to get Brian O'Driscoll to come over to, Munster. Don't you want to win some games?
Yeah, that was the time when Johnny Sexton and Ronan O'Gara had a rivalry.
Yeah.
This is old news.
Okay, so...
Talk about that game, though.
This game... So the thing about this team is a lot of people were saying this was the strongest Leinster team they ever sent to South Africa.
There was 13 internationals.
Yeah. And then they got nailed, and everyone's confused with what happened.
They just weren't that good.
They weren't.
They looked like they just come back from the summer holidays. I've no doubt Leinster will turn this around very quickly. But
I do not see this as a.
I don't. This isn't a beginning of the end or anything. This is a blip, but it was a funny blip,
Yeah, it was
particularly because they always send a B team, and they always, when they get beaten, complain about a B team. But if anyone has any right to talk about a B team, it is all of the South African teams, maybe except the Lions, And that fucking jersey with the piss rim,
That's what they lost.
The snow piss
That's shocking jersey.
Yeah.
That was shocking.
It was horrible.
I just think that it just shows you're not going to go to any South African team. You're not going to go down there and have an easy time.
And I think this is also showing that the B teams of the South African sides, because of the reasons you've just mentioned, are as good as some Springboks now, right? Their backups are as fucking good,
It's not,
their depth is starting to show.
Yeah, and this, I think, who are the Stormers missing? Sasha Feinberg and Ngoma
Only Sasha Feinberg and Ngoma Zulu.
That's a pretty big thing to be missing.
There was about six, I think it was about six Springboks. I can't name a few of them, but there's low. Anyway, I'm not going to embarrass myself, but it's a big number. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's not insignificant.
It just shows the depth down there.
Yeah.
Those teams are just going to get better and better and better.
Yeah.
Right? It's just, and there's more money. There's a lot more money in South African rugby than people think, too.
There definitely is now.
When they're attracting their stars back to South Africa, they're not coming back for free.
No,
they're getting paid.
And the TV money that South Africa brought to the URC is much bigger than the TV money that existed already, right?
Yeah.
So we know they're bringing...
there was some big statistic about that, too.
It's much more money. Right?
Yeah. Well, there's just so many more eyeballs.
That's right. Yeah, 60 million people watching instead of 3 million in Wales or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
There was just some big chunk of change that came from South Africa.
Yeah, but I'm agreeing with you wholeheartedly. They're not poor. The rugby in South Africa,
but just every aspect of their game, the Stormers just shut down.
They did.
They just shut Leinster down.
Leinster looked rattled. Actually,
they looked. They didn't look cohesive.
No, they didn't. They just looked like they got under their skin early and they stayed there,
Yeah. And there's a lot, when you look at this team, there's a lot of names you'd recognize on that team.
Oh,
sheet.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, it was, like I said, 13 Irish internationals.
So I don't know. I really don't know
It's not a big deal. I think it's a bit of a banter loss, we can take the piss. It's a bit funny.
Yeah.
Sam Prendergast had a bit of a howler, but I've no doubt he'll come back, and I've no doubt Leinster will come back,
If I'm a Leinster fan, I wouldn't be worried.
They're not. They're a bit pissed off because they expect better things, and they should.
Especially when Nienaber said that he made that whole comment about needing 3 years to implement his system. He's in the third year, this is when you bring it all together. Yeah. It's like, who? What the fuck? 3 years? And then he's just loses his game. You're like, okay, what's...
gets nilled for the first time in 17 years.
There's definitely some pressure on him.
Yeah.
Definitely questioning if he is the golden child that they thought.
He's not.
I think he is.
I think he's very good.
Yes, I think he's really good.
But the idea that he was better than Rassie is, I dispute that.
Oh, I don't think anyone ever thought that.
I think there was some conspiracy boys going, is he the real brains behind it and Rassie's just the face of it? It's
I want to meet the person who initially thought that, because I've never heard that.
I've read some offhanded... Anyway, you know what I mean? It was just bollocks on the internet, but... funny though.
Yeah.
Funny though.
What else happened around the URC?
Oh, I've got fucking notes, but I realized that this is not the time or the place for notes, so I'm just going to skim over a few games.
Ulster started strong.
I want to go... I watched that whole game.
Yeah.
And do you know what I thought was Craig Casey in an Ulster jersey? Weird, but he was good. Craig Casey was good.
Craig Casey in an Ulster jersey?
Yeah. Yeah, wait, am I getting that right?
Wait, no, I don't think you can think... That's not right, because he played for Munster on the weekend.
Am I gone insane?
Yeah. You're talking about...
Yeah, I've gone insane. Beg your pardon. Who the fuck am I talking about?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Who's the guy who's come? Never mind. I'll screw my fucking head back on. Who the fuck was playing 9 for Ulster?
Doak.
Doak. Yeah. Sorry, of course. Yeah. And he's not new either.
No.
Very good. What the fuck was I on about then?
I don't know.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
Glitch in the Matrix.
Because that would have been big news. We would have talked about it on the pod.
Yeah, we would have spoken
to go to Ulster.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Dragons were not shit. Did you watch this game?
Nope.
I did. So I'll tell you that like Dragons weren't shit. Believe me. And like they lost. Mm-hmm. And I think that score does flatter Ulster. And I think an Ulster fan would say the same. They just kind of got a couple of late tries, right? Because Dragons are fucking gassed. Their defense, it was shit, but it was better. You know, Dragons are literally the worst team in this league. They were better than they've been, and their signings have been unreal. Guess who was a fucking hero in that game for Dragons?
Oh, you better believe it was Tanis
de Beer. Tanis de fucking Beer.
I didn't even have to ask me that.
No, fucking legend, yeah. So I do think the Dragons will win 5 games this season.
Ooh, it's a big call.
Yeah, and 2 of them will be against Zebra, probably.
Zebra is fucking a good team.
Well, we'll talk about that. Yeah, we'll talk about that. But no, Ulster are far from dead, like many people have been talking about. And they've got Angus Bell yet to arrive.
No, they still got Angus Bell coming.
He's still on his way.
Yeah.
That big boy's on a fucking steamboat on his way to Belfast. So, like, Ulster are not in a bad situation. We thought they might be. I think that was it was the Dragons, but, like, that's a handy win, you know? Mm-hmm. Oh, I got a lot to say. Did you watch Bulls Ospreys?
No.
This was a fucking mental game. So Bulls 53, Ospreys 40.
Yep.
If you were an Ospreys guy and you said, we're going to go to there and score 40 points, like you'd be going, oh, fucking amazing. Like against the final, but Bulls scored 53. It was like one of those games where it was like tennis. You score, we score, you score, we score. I think Bulls will be happy. Ospreys will be happy because that's the hardest place to play. That is the hardest place.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
That's the hardest away game, right?
Yeah.
But I think both their defense coaches are going to be like, Jesus fucking Christ, guys, this isn't Super Rugby, you know? Learn to fucking tackle. I'm so excited.
I think to put on 40 points, though.
Yeah.
Like toe-to-toe.
Yeah. No, they were in that game, honestly. They were in that game. And they were leading at one point.
Because like, this weekend, I wasn't able to like catch any of these games because I was like busy, but I was like when I was like keeping up with the scores and stuff, I was like, holy fuck.
This was a good weekend of rugby.
It was.
If I wanted to be back home for this weekend just because like, you'd be in any pub, in any rugby pub in any country in the UK or Ireland, and like you'd be having a good time.
I don't think 53-40 loss Ospreys in South Africa. If you're an Ospreys fan, you don't feel bad about this game.
No, they're happy. They're happy.
You're like, fuck, we could have won this.
Yeah, and they could have. It wasn't, I think the Bulls were better, definitely deserved the win. Mm-hmm. But Ospreys were leading at a certain point. Like it was a really good game. I want to talk about Glasgow and Sharks as well.
Oh yes.
And I just want to specifically mention Dan Lancaster because I wasn't exactly nice about him. I wasn't mean about him.
Oh,
but he's good.
Yeah, he's good.
He's a fucking good rugby player.
He's actually kind of good.
I mean, I should watch French rugby, I suppose, but like, fucking hell, he's good. Like,
yeah, they do call him the Nepo baby. Eh?
Yeah, I've seen that. Was Ali Price was called him a Nepo baby. Do you know what's funny though? Ali Price has stood there with his fucking Turkish teeth, veneers, and he's calling this guy a Nepo. It's like, you're all rich. Shut up. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, he's really, and I think since Glasgow lost Finn Russell, I mean, they've won a fucking URC championship since they lost Finn Russell, but I think they were missing a Dan Lancaster. They were missing a Dan Lancaster, to be honest. Like,
he's actually qualified for Scotland too.
No fucking way.
Yes,
I didn't know that.
Yes, he is.
Now I'm taking it back. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he has.
It's what?
He actually qualifies. He actually qualifies for Scotland.
Oh, is that what he's up to?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he just wanted to go live in Scotland.
No. There's some skullduggery going on there. Yeah, there's something going on.
Well, do you know what? I hope the same thing happens to him like Ben Healy, becomes anonymous in the season.
Where the fuck happened to him? Where did he go? You just reminded me of him.
Yeah, exactly.
He wasn't even on the team sheet.
Don't worry about it. The amnesia will kick in again.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Ben Healy. Yeah, what happened to fucking him?
Yeah. It was Sharks were depleted. But Glasgow, like, they could win this year. They were fucking good. They were fucking good.
And they don't even have. Is it Glasgow has Sione Tuipulotu?
No, that's.
Was that Edinburgh?
No, sorry,
no,
you're
it's
right.
Glasgow.
You're right.
And his brother.
Yeah. No, his brother's at Edinburgh.
No, I think they're both on the same team.
No, because they played against each other last season. Unless his brother came to Glasgow. But he definitely played. Anyway,
but he's not even back yet.
No, he's not. Tuipulotu's not back.
So, fuck, yeah.
Glasgow. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mentioned.
Just somehow just managed to always put a very decent team every year.
Yeah, and I think the argument for Wales going down to 2 regions, Glasgow is the perfect reason why that is a good argument, because if you condense your resources like that, that's what you can do.
Because if you added a third Scotland team, that would
dilute it.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, it'd be like too much water in the stew, like it's not.
And these are club teams. I don't know if there's any incentive to make sure you have like Scottish players in your Scottish club team. Like you don't need to.
No,
like the Edmonton Oilers, I don't think they have any players from Edmonton on their team.
But they do, Stuart Skinner, but they don't need to worry about the national game, do they?
Mm-mm.
Whereas if now you've told me about Dan Lancaster, that's my example. I'm like, yeah, but look at this sneaky little shit trying to get Scotland caps. You know? So there is a reason. Tuipulotu is a good example as well, right? Like, yeah, I know he's got a Scottish granny, but they go into play in fucking Glasgow for another reason sometimes, aren't they? I want to go to I want to mention Edinburgh Zebra as well, because I think Edinburgh think they're French. I think they go, guys, we don't have to worry about away games. We're just like a cool French team. Like everyone's like, no, this is the URC. You have to win some away. No. We're French. We're cool. It's like, guys, you're not French. You need to win some away games.
First of all, I thought Zebra were dead. Like, what happened to that? Was that like, because you kept saying they're not going on? I'm like, dude, they're gone. They're done.
I know. And you convinced me. And then they were playing. I'm like, hang on. Aren't they supposed to be? Yeah. So I went down a rabbit hole on Wikipedia or whatever this week because I was like, I swear Steve convinced me they're fucking done.
Yeah.
The Italian Rugby Federation bought them. And I think I knew that. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah, I knew they were taken over by the Italian. But they're just like, we're going to keep the team.
Yeah, but that was the decision because they had lined up an investor.
Yeah.
And then the Italian union was like, actually, this is my baby. I can't sell him. It's my beautiful baby.
I kind of like it too much.
Yeah.
It really looks good. These jeans look good on me.
Kind of, you can't have it.
I can't sell these jeans.
But you told me you sold it. No, you can't have it. I take it back.
Nah,
have your money. Fuck off.
Like, look at my butt.
Get out my house.
Look at my zebra butt.
These stripes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Zebra were good. It wasn't just Edinburgh being shit at being away.
The end of the season last year, you saw Zebra really play some really rock star games.
Yeah, they did, didn't
There's something going on at Zebra.
Yeah. It was Italian Federation money, I think. It's Italian Rugby Union money.
Yeah, that might be it.
Honestly.
They're kind of like, you know what? Let's just turn this, let's make this into a team.
Yeah, yeah. And that's another argument for why if you condense your resources, you can do good things, right? Because Benetton are the we bought big players team and we're good.
Yeah.
Zebra are the real homegrown Italian team, aren't they? And it's starting to work.
They do have some actually surprising players on there too.
They do. Don't get me wrong. They're not just Italians, but
they're not just good Italians.
They're good old Italians. I wanted to mention it mostly because Edinburgh are just funny, but now we're here. It's worth mentioning that Zebra could. I think Zebra wins 6 games this season. 7 games.
Like the Dragons?
No, Dragons are winning 5. Dragons are still shit. They've just signed a lot of good players.
I don't know how Edinburgh's going to do this year.
I think badly.
I don't think they're going to have a good season this year.
I think badly. I don't think terribly.
They just don't look like there's anything going on.
Well, they just don't win away games. They just don't seem to give a fuck if you put them on a bus or an airplane. It's so French.
Let's talk about Munster. The Clayton McMillan or whatever fuck his name is, the new coach.
Oh yeah. Munster, I was surprised. It's not often that I'm confident about a Welsh team beating an Irish team, but I thought, Scarlets probably beat Munster. Munster in a bit of disarray in terms of a lot of players retiring, new coach, but Munster were really good. They were really fucking good. Yeah, I was so no, surprised the wrong word. Some of their younger guys are starting to click a bit.
Yeah, they had some guys kind of up and comers in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
That are starting to take their seats.
Yeah.
At the dinner table.
And I was a bit surprised by that actually. But they were, I can't fault Munster. They were class. They were just way better than Scarlets. I think that Scarlets weren't terrible, but Munster was just better. And that's a bit embarrassing for Scarlets because they were the best Welsh region last year.
I just like how JJ Hanrahan is.
That's who I was fucking thinking of. And it was in a different fucking
He's fucking this is his 4th time or something like that, or 3rd time with Munster.
Yeah, you can't keep him out.
Because he's been. Someone broke down his career. He's played fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
He's
a real mercenary.
He's I'm gonna go. And then he's like, "Came back. You know what? Screw this. I'm gonna go and play. I'm gonna have my own team." Because he was even iconic.
Yeah.
Like he played fucking everywhere.
He's not as old as I thought he was. He's 33.
Yeah. So.
But whenever he goes places, didn't he win with Connacht when he went to Connacht for a bit? No, he didn't.
No, he
talking
didn't.
complete
No,
shit.
he didn't.
I'm talking shit today.
But no, good on Munster. Munster looked good. New coach, things look good. I know they've been, what I've been hearing from the camp, they really changed a lot of things around.
Sounds like it, because they just played proper. Like their set piece was good, their line out was good.
Mm-hmm.
They, like you talked about South Africa just playing good old fashioned rugby. They just did the basics well, is a good way to say it, I think.
I know, what's his name? Clayton. It's like Clayton McMillan. I forget his fucking name. The new coach.
Yeah.
He was like the Crusaders coach.
Yeah.
I know when I was listening to him, he was like, when he first got there, he was just kind of like hovering around everything, kind of watching how they were doing things. And then he started he started changing stuff here and there. But he was just like in the shadows. What else? Like, what
creeping
the fuck
around
is going
in the
on?
bushes.
Yeah.
So change that.
Yeah. So hopefully, like I
mean, that's your team.
I'm
right?
a Munster fan.
Yeah, you want this to work, don't you?
Yeah, I would really like to see them come into like a new era.
I think they will. And like I said, I was a little surprised by how good they were, but they came out of the fucking gates, played really well. So.
How did you think about the Scarlets?
Like I said, they weren't terrible, but that's a team with very little resources who might get deleted at the end of the year. So played as well as they could in the circumstances.
They did. They did.
They
things.
did fine. They
did things.
I don't. Whatever. Welsh regions are fucked. So whatever. Don't care.
What else happened in the URC weekend?
Speaking of fucking Welsh regions, the Cardiff boys pulled out. You might not be as happy about this as I am, but Cardiff beat the Lions, and the Lions haven't been affected by Springboks call-ups. But that is also because they're not as good, do you know? But I think this was a good game because Cardiff rarely have the mettle to ride out a misfortune. Something goes wrong. They could have been playing the most sexy attacking rugby, and they'll just collapse, right?
Also, them trying their ability to close out games.
Oh, awful! And they were getting a bit. And Matt Sherratt disappeared to go to Wales, so it's a bit like we're fucked. So I'm not only surprised we won this game, I'm really happy the way we did it because Ben Thomas got a red card, 20-minute red card. We lost the lead, and I thought, here we fucking go. But they dug fucking deep, and they came back and they won it, and I was like, I've never seen that before. I've never seen them come from behind and beat a better, a good team. So.
They
were good for them.
In the lead in this game for 86% of it.
They were looking great. They were looking excellent until that red card, and it was a 20-minute red, and it was all going to shit. Lions take the lead, and I thought, hey, I've seen this a million times.
I really want Cardiff to do well this year.
Yeah, me too.
I really want a Welsh team to I want them to be like a Glasgow good.
Well, it won't happen until we get more money, but we could.
No, they're the Leinster of Wales now.
Yeah, be honest. Yeah. Maybe.
So
the Temu Leinster. Yeah. I know. Like I said, every win this season is good news for me because I'm not expecting anything from Welsh rugby.
You're just going in it raw.
Like, well, because I got some news for you about the 2-region, 4-region thing, but I'm not expecting. Like, what have they got to play for? Their jobs.
Yeah.
I
didn't I say the week earlier, like, them now that they don't really know what's going on, all these players may be trying to play as hard as they can so they can have a job.
Highlights reel for their agents. Yeah. You might be right. I didn't think. Yeah, we'll see. But maybe this is evidence for that. I don't know.
Another game.
Yeah.
This weekend.
Yeah.
Connacht. Not Dan Lancaster. His dad.
Stuart. Yeah.
Stuart got his first win against Benetton. I think this is a decent win.
No, Benetton are a very good team now.
Yeah, that's a hard team to play. Connacht were at home.
Yeah.
I think it was a good start for him.
Yeah, it was.
It's good for the morale of the team.
Yeah.
I was kind of wanting Stuart to have a good first run.
I was thinking this on the weekend. I think Connacht might be the story of the season. If he works out and Connacht play like that for the rest of the season, they could be looking at top 4, maybe maybe even winning it if they play their cards right, because they were really impressive. I know it's early days, but
they kind of get the scraps of what's left in Ireland.
And it's kind of funny because since they stopped making Leinster the main team, they're pretending like it's a level playing field. We all know it isn't really.
No.
So you're right. Connacht are still the scraps team. So when they do well, it's like against the odds.
Yeah.
And they deserve someone like Stuart Lancaster because with the squad they've got, they could be okay. You know, that was a good win. Yeah.
Yep. So that's the thing. So I didn't catch any of these games, the URC games.
Yeah.
This weekend.
Yeah.
So I watched highlights.
Yeah.
Read some news articles, looking up the games, who was playing, and then I watched the breakdown.
The New Zealand one.
The New Zealand one.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh man,
Here we go.
I really want to watch something. I'm gonna find the URC one.
Okay.
There's fucking nothing.
No. I mean,
they don't have any they don't have like any URC shows. I'm looking on their YouTube, internet, and everything. The first thing I URC rugby news.
Oh,
2 cents. 2 cents rugby is the first thing that comes up.
I thought you meant why isn't New Zealand Sky News reporting on the URC? And I was like, why the fuck would they? Yeah, why the fuck would they? But you mean just generally?
It's
this
barren.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Because I was like, you know what? I want to watch like a show where they have like clips of the players. And they talk about the news of the weekend. So something I can talk about on the podcast.
That's us. We are that.
Yeah.
And we've got 5 listeners
and
on a good day.
I couldn't find fuck all.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where's like the URC breakdown?
Yeah.
And then like, I go on YouTube and the first thing that comes up is 2 cents.
Yeah.
With his fucking whiteboard.
URC, folks.
Wearing
Big
his like,
weekend.
wearing his
First weekend back, URC.
with his jersey.
With his
he's always got a
whiteboard.
jersey on, a match.
He's always smiling, always having a good time.
Yeah. And he's like the number one.
He's doing our job for us.
Yeah, and he's the number one news guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why is he shouldn't be doing shouldn't be the number one URC news.
No, he shouldn't.
I was like, what the fuck's going on here? Like, where is the shows?
Anyone?
Where is
Anyone?
like a professional league? Like, fuck, guys.
It's
like,
embarrassing, isn't it?
It's so embarrassing. If I want to if I want to go see something about hockey or like the NHL or the NFL or the NBA or maybe, there's going to be a fucking like 100 shows.
But not only is there 100, there's like 4 official ones.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
no, there's probably more than that.
Oh, yeah. Every sports network has. And like, yeah, we're not in that same place, but like between 5 fucking countries, you think we could figure it out? Like,
and just like pundit after pundit, like with the clips, the shorts, everything all over, posted all over the internet.
And you know the crazy thing is, whenever somebody gets relatively famous, someone like World Rugby will hire them. Like they'll get Squidge Rugby on. They'll have him on, and it'll be like 20 minutes. He's doing great. He's given a good interview. Never see him again. No. They're like, we didn't like him. He farted on the seat, so we didn't invite him back. Or like, what? Like he was
brought
really
his coffee on his set. Like it was really sad. I was like, oh yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
there's nothing. Crickets.
Yeah, crickets.
This was an excellent fucking weekend of rugby, and I wasn't like, I've been pretty. You need to win me over with something, because like I am losing fucking interest because Wales are shit. Genuinely.
Yeah,
right?
it's like the most exciting rugby championship ever, and you're just like,
yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, genuinely, like I care less about rugby recently because it's bleak if you're a Welshman, right? So you need to win me over with something. The quality of rugby, I'm rooting for someone like Munster over Scarlets because like, fuck yeah, boys, played amazing. I'm rooting for Connacht because I was like, fuck yeah, that was an amazing game of rugby. You played really well. But the other side, the social media, the punditry, crickets, like if you do a little bit extra work, I'm in. Despite the fact my whole country's burning, I'm still sat there by my TV going, yay, rugby. Like, but you know, you shouldn't be relying on the quality of the product alone anymore. It's so backwards, man.
Sitting there, I was like, you guys are fucking lucky I'm a fan.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
That's what I'm saying.
going out of my way.
Yeah.
I gotta go out of my way. This shit should be shoved down my goddamn throat.
From every fucking angle. Yeah.
I know. I gotta like find like a fucking dad in Auckland.
Yeah. At 4 in the morning.
At 4 in the morning. Who's making his videos at 4 in the morning.
Yeah, just for the love of the game.
Just for the love of the game.
Fucking whiteboard and a pen. Like,
yeah. That's who that's the guy I have to turn to, not the URC. Like, do your fucking jobs.
Yeah.
Like, do your job. Put something out there. It was shit.
Yeah.
Anyways.
That's the URC.
That was the URC.
It was a good weekend, though.
Yeah.
I had fun.
Did you have anything to talk about the Gallagher Premiership?
Do you know what? I have a lot to say, but
Yeah,
I know
and
that we are.
Yeah, we're up there on time. So
Sorry, England. Yet again, I'm not giving you any love. But
sorry, but not sorry.
I'm just gonna gloss over a few funny things. I'm gonna give you my highlight reel. Okay. Saracens and Newcastle. Lol sacking Steve Diamond.
Yeah.
Nick Tompkins, Owen Farrell, chef's kiss. Newcastle, still shit. I'm not a fan anymore. Fuck you. I was going to buy a jersey.
I wanted to. You guys fired Steve Diamond?
Poor Steve Diamond.
Didn't even give him a chance.
No, and maybe he is a dickhead, but give him 3 games. You know?
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
We were looking forward to that. That was going to be our team. We'd be like, get the Red Bulls. Now,
me, you, and Nathan were going to have a different jersey. Now I'm going Bristol.
Yep.
That's my English team.
Bristol. Back to Bristol.
Speaking of Bristol, good win over Leicester. Lewis Rees-Zammit. Everyone's like, oh, Lewis Rees-Zammit scored. He scored in the 80th minute. It was a great try, but he didn't really contribute to the win.
He topped out some speed thing. They clocked him, and he topped out the fast. He topped out the fastest. He ran faster than anyone's ever ran in the NFL.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In the NFL? I didn't know that.
That's what they compare him to.
Yeah.
The fastest person to run in the NFL, he ran faster than that person.
I wish he'd learned to tackle. And then he's really fast though, and I'm looking forward to having him back in a Wales jersey. I think Bristol look the real deal this year. They could, and it's not because of him. They're just a good rugby team, and Leicester are a good rugby team, so that was a good win.
Exeter in that draw.
Oh, and honestly, I had 2 games this weekend which were just fucking fun to watch. Ospreys and Northampton Exeter. This was a hell of a game to watch. Do you know what was also funny about it? Faye Waboso, looking great, scores a try. And then for his second try, limps over the finish line. He's injured again. He's injured again.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
I hope it's cramp because I'm not that petty that I want him to be injured. But his second try, he gets the ball. He's in acres of space. And he's limping for his life. He knows he has to score this try.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, it's funny. But, I hope he's not injured. But, Welsh people and being fucking injured, whatever.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Well,
good game,
English,
though.
But,
Shut up. Yeah, shut up. Harlequins, Bath, whatever. Bath are good. Harlequins are shit. Bristol. No, I think that's it. That's all. I could go into depth, but I know we're short on time, so it was a good weekend of Premiership rugby, though.
Yeah,
I did have fun.
We get to get a lot more action throughout the year too.
Yeah, more to come.
All right. Well, that's a good episode.
Yeah, I've still a fucking bag of stuff behind me if you want to.
You went rock star on this one.
I'm excited. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. It's good to see some love back in you.
Yeah.
All right, friends. Thanks for listening to the podcast.
Thanks for listening.
Find us everywhere. Like and share that podcast. Share the shit out of it. And have a good one, folks.
See you.
Bye.